Hey guys, it's Miss Wolfensberger. I'm back with your second week of at home art projects for kindergarten through second grade. And last week I asked you to see what kinds of drawings you could make with shapes. This week I would like you to try and see what shapes you can make using a homemade dough. It's called salt dough or baker's clay. And you simply take a half a cup of salt, a half a cup of flour, and a quarter cup of water. And you mix them together. And then you get a dough that you can form into different shapes. My daughter made this little heart. Once it's dry, it'll take a couple days to dry. She made this yesterday, so it's kind of dry. It's like whiter on the edges and then still darker in the middle. Once it all lightens, then she would be able to paint it. You can bake these in an oven. But I figured this would be easier because you can just let them air dry. And then that gives you a couple of days to think about what colors you want to paint them, or you can use permanent markers on them. Sometimes regular markers, if they're washable, make it moist again, and then that doesn't work very well. But you can try it and just see. Otherwise, any craft paint or even if you have permission, fingernail polish could work too. But make sure you have permission and a parent helping you. So again, you just mix a half a cup of flour with a half a cup of salt and a quarter cup of water. And if it gets too moist, you just add some more flour. And it's easy to cut the recipe in half because a half a cup of salt is a lot. So you might want to just cut it down a bit. Um, and you'll still be able to make some different shapes with it. If you don't have that, or if you have Play Doh instead, you can always mess around and see what kinds of shapes you can make with Play Doh. So if you did last week's project or if you do this week's project, please email it to me, a picture to me, so I can share it at twolfensberger@dunkertonschools.org. And so your challenge this week is what can you make with salt dough? What kinds of shapes can you make? What kinds of things can you build? And if you'd rather use homemade Play-Doh or Play-Doh that you already have or some other kind of modeling clay, that'd be great. And if you can't, that's all right. I'm sure you can find another way to be creative this week. Have fun. Bye.